What's up, everybody? Joshua Yale here, and the teaser trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine finally gives us our first look at the upcoming movie bringing Ryan Reynolds Merc with a mouth to the MCU. But some fans are convinced that a major Marvel villain was briefly shown in the footage, Doctor Doom. But is it really him? Let's take a closer look at the footage and find out. So at the 1 minute 48 second mark in the new trailer, we see a figure wearing a mask, green clothes, and a brown hooded cloak. He's holding a gun and standing atop a machine that has a mechanical arm sporting some sort of science contraption. Now, if you show Marvel fans a masked science-y guy decked out in green, who's to blame them for thinking it could be Doctor Doom? There is a fair amount of evidence both for and against this being Doom, although if I'm being honest, I'm not convinced that this is Doom. But you be the judge.
You're wrong!
First of all, while the cloak and mask combo does evoke Doom, he isn't exactly the spitting image of Victor Von Doom as we know him from the comics. The Doom we know wears an advanced suit of shiny metal armor, a green tunic and cape, and is always in pristine condition as befitting his station as the supreme lord and ruler of Latveria. This dude in the trailer isn't the ruler of anything. He looks like an extra from Mad Max.
I'm gravely disappointed.
His clothes are dirty and his gear looks cobbled together. Plus he's using an assault rifle, which is far too barbaric a weapon for the high and mighty Doctor Doom. One detail does read as specifically Doom, and it's the hem of what may be a green tunic sticking out of the bottom of his body armor. But come on, would Marvel Studios really reveal a major Marvel villain in a blink and you miss it moment in the trailer for Deadpool 3? Given Kevin Feige's penchant for announcing that sort of thing at San Diego Comic-Con or Disney Investor Day, it seems unlikely. All things considered, this is probably just a generic nameless grunt. Then again, Marvel could be introducing Doctor Doom in an unexpected way, as they often do to keep fans guessing. In the trailer, we can see a wasteland filled with MCU relics like a helicarrier and the husk of a Chitauri Leviathan, and this appears to be a major setting in the film. It just so happens that there's a comic book called Wastelanders: Doctor Doom, where Doom travels the wastelands of the Old Man Logan universe. So that could be what we're seeing here. In that comic, he's not dressed like the guy in the trailer, he wears his traditional costume, but if MCU Doom was somehow stranded here, not unlike how Kang was stranded in the Quantum Realm, it would make sense for Doom to adapt to his environment and cobble together makeshift armor, resulting in this unfamiliar look. And hey, Doom is known for his scientific genius, so perhaps he built the big machine he's standing on with the weird satellite thing. Probably from a box of scraps in a cave, just like Tony Stark once did.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps!
In another part of the trailer, we see a different person in a similar outfit running for safety as a monster attacks. So this guy could just be part of a group of survivors who roam the wastelands and not the arch nemesis of Reed Richards. Or perhaps Doom rules the wastelands as a Mad Max style warlord and we caught a glimpse of one of his minions outfitted in his image. Now, all that is well and good, but even if that is Doom, and I'm not saying it is, then what would he be doing in a Deadpool movie?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is that supposed to be scary?
Despite the fact that the figure in question is probably not Doctor Doom, there actually is good reason the character would be in this particular movie. As the trailer shows us, Wade Wilson is recruited by the TVA from the Loki series for a special mission, and while we don't get the specifics, it would appear he's tasked with protecting the multiverse from the villainous Cassandra Nova, or at least who I'm assuming is Cassandra Nova because she's Professor X's evil twin sister, and that's the going rumor. Deadpool hails from the Marvel Fox universe, which is home to the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, and as a Fantastic Four villain, Doom would be a natural fit for this movie. In the comics, Doom is always open to teaming up with heroes if it benefits him, and if his universe and his own existence is at risk, then that would definitely qualify. Marvel isn't exactly being subtle with what comics are inspiring the story of Deadpool and Wolverine. Fans spotted a comic book in the dirt next to Deadpool, and it just happens to be Secret Wars number 5, which features none other than Doctor Doom on the cover. Okay, now this being Doom is starting to look a little more likely. After all, Secret Wars tells the story of what happens after incursions destroy the Marvel multiverse, and Doctor Doom uses his power to create and rule over a new world called Battle World. We know the 6th Avengers movie will be Secret Wars, so it makes sense that Doom would be introduced early on to set him up to be the big villain of that movie later on, just like Marvel did with Thanos in the Infinity Saga. It could be that the Marvel Fox universe will be one of the universes destroyed on the road to Secret Wars, as evidenced by the ruins of the 20th Century Fox logo seen in the background. And if that's the case, perhaps Doctor Doom will be played by one of the previous Doom actors, Julian McMahon from the first 2 films, or Toby Kebbell from the reboot. In the lead up to Secret Wars in the comics, Doctor Strange discovered there was a dark god named Rabum-Alal from outside space and time that caused the incursions. Surprise, surprise, this character ended up being Doctor Doom himself, who had journeyed down different planes of reality with the Molecule Man, amassed untold power, and took on the moniker Rabum-Alal to start a new religion in its name. A very egotistical thing to do, which means it's perfect for Doctor Doom.
It scares you, doesn't it? The things I can do.
In the trailer, we see a quick glimpse of a man being killed by a purple shadow monster that looks a lot like Alioth, the creature from the Loki Disney Plus series. So perhaps the Wasteland we're seeing in the trailer is the same where Alioth dwells at the end of time, consuming beings from purged timelines. It would certainly explain why there's so much MCU stuff all over the place. Perhaps Deadpool crosses paths with Doctor Doom here in the midst of his quest for godhood, and we'll see how Doom gains his power and incites the incident that eventually leads to Secret Wars. And finally, just one more thing, it may be a total coincidence, but Marvel Comics just announced a brand new Doom comic book just days before the trailer drop. It is common practice for Marvel to publish new comics featuring characters that are soon making their MCU debut, so the new Doom comic could be part of a larger strategy of corporate synergy. If you want to add even more fuel to this theory fire, the writer of the new Doom comic is Jonathan Hickman, the very same writer of the Secret Wars #5 comic book that fans have spotted in the trailer. Very interesting. In conclusion, I do not think this is Doctor Doom. I think some fans just got a little overly excited like we often do. However, even though this probably isn't Doom, it's actually not outside the realm of possibility that he does show up in this movie in some form. And if not here, then definitely sometime soon, given that Secret Wars is fast approaching. Well, those are all the points for and against the masked character being Doctor Doom, for now. Do you think it's Doom or someone else? Let us know your theory in the comments. And for more on movies, Marvel, and Marvel movies, keep it locked on IGN.